through the UV lamp. Oh, so it's a girl house.
Hi, how's it going? I hope you are having a fantastic day. Today I will be talking about childhood Halloween movies. Not necessarily my childhood, but just movies that kids could watch for Halloween. And I'm going to be ranking them based on how likely I am to watch them during October, during spooky season. But that's really all I have. I hope you enjoy, and here we go. Who you gonna call? Starting off strong, at the very bottom of the list, I have Ghostbusters at number 15. So, this isn't me saying this is the worst movie on this list. It's just me saying it's the one I'm least likely to turn on during Halloween. It's just... First of all, I don't like the movie very much. I don't have any nostalgia towards it because I didn't watch it until I was older, probably in my teens. And it didn't really impress me. I didn't find it that funny or that crazy, anything like that. But it also, it is very well could be considered a Halloween movie. But it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't match the vibe of Halloween very much for me. And it's also not a horror movie. It's in a weird mix. I don't even know what other movies I would put in that category. But it is an okay movie. Not one that I'll be watching ever for Halloween time. But that's okay. Not for me, bottom of the list. And this is going to be crazy, but number 14, I have The Addams Family. This is another series of movies that I just didn't get nostalgia for. I didn't watch when I was young. I know a lot of people, like my girlfriend, really enjoys these movies. I don't have that nostalgia from watching it as a kid. I think they're fun, but I think they miss the mark a little bit for Halloween movies. They're spooky, but not Halloween-y enough, and that really keeps it pretty low on the list. I don't know. I think it's a fun movie. I don't mind it. I like it a lot more than Ghostbusters, oddly enough. But it's just not Halloween-y enough. And there's a reason why these two are at the bottom of the list. They're just... they could technically be considered Halloween movies. But that's just because they're a little spookier than most movies. But I don't mind Addams Family. It's just not gonna rank very high on this specific list. At number 13, I have Tim Burton's The Corpse Bride. This movie's okay. This is very much to me a knockoff Nightmare Before Christmas. I think Nightmare Before Christmas, which I'll talk about later, did this so much better. But this movie's okay. It's interesting. Tim Burton definitely has a very specific look for his movies and tone and all of that. And it has that. So it has the spooky tone and all that. But it's just not as good as very similar things like Coraline or The Nightmare Before Christmas. And those two are both much better for Halloween too, because they do spooky, but they have a little bit more added in. So The Corpse Bride just doesn't really get to be too high on this list. It is an okay movie, but not one that I ever seek out really, and that's why it's this low. At number 12, I have Beetlejuice. So I watched this for the first time last year, so I don't have nostalgia like I said with all the others. You're going to notice that nostalgia drives these rankings up. But I thought it was okay. It's not at the bottom of the list by any means, but it's certainly the most Halloween-y feeling movie so far. Whether it's great or terrible, it's very Halloween-y feeling. I think the character of Beetlejuice is fun. I think he gets a little old, but I don't know. There are certain scenes in this movie that are just really, really good. And I just watched Beetlejuice, and I thought that movie was fun. But I don't know. Beetlejuice just isn't as crazy good, and it doesn't lean into Halloween enough to be super high up there. And it also has some inappropriate stuff for kids, so I guess that brings it down a little bit. I didn't really think about that while making this list. But Beetlejuice is an okay movie, and it's a little Halloween-y, and it's at number 12. At number 11, I have Hocus Pocus. This is another movie that I watched for the first time 3-4 years ago, and I just watched Hocus Pocus 2 recently. I don't have any sequels on this list, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. But Hocus Pocus is okay. It's very witchy. It's very spooky, very Halloween-y. I know a lot of people who grew up watching this would probably have this in their top 3, just because watching movies as a kid, like kid-friendly movies as a kid, it just hits somewhere in our brain to where we want to see it as our like comfort movie every year. It's like me watching The Office or Harry Potter. It's like the comfort movie for people at that point. And when you start as kids, that is even stronger because of nostalgia. And I think this movie did a good job. It's fun. I think the Three Witches did a fantastic job. I think the story made sense, and it was, like I said, fun. And that's about it. I thought Hocus Pocus was pretty good. At number 10, I have Casper. I thought this was a really fun little ghost movie. I thought they did a really good job making Casper into a live action character that like kept his fun look, but it also, I don't know, adapted well to the live action screen. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like silly at times. I thought it was very good at being like kid focused for their movie. This wasn't too much of the like, ooh, there's lots of jokes for adults. No, this was really, as far as I can remember, just a movie made for kids. And I don't know, it's very wholesome and I enjoy it. I watched it for the first time a couple years ago and I wish I'd watched this as a kid because I think I would have really enjoyed it. But it still made the top 10, even at being at number 10. But Casper is a pretty fun movie. You should watch it.
Toto nil desperandum.
The Little Vampire is a movie I had never heard of until like I think 2 years ago when I watched it with my girlfriend. It's such a cute little fun movie. Like, I don't know, I'm re-looking at the list to make sure, but it's like the most wholesome movie on this list, oddly enough. Even though there's vampire hunters, there's all that stuff, but I don't know, just the two kids and their little friendship is very cute, and like the vampire sister that has a crush on the kid. I don't know. It would be one, if I had kids right now, that I would be introducing them to earlier than some of the others on this list when they're really young. Maybe not like, it's not number one on the list, obviously, but if I had like young kids, this would be one that I would watch with them and see how they felt about it, because I think it's a cute little movie and very wholesome and very fun and just a nice little story. At number 8, I have Halloweentown. This movie might encapsulate Halloween better than any of the others because, like, first off, they're witches, which is cool, but they go to Halloweentown and there's all these monsters and goblins and ghouls and Calabar. Like, I don't know, it's a fun little movie, and as a kid you just think of like, oh, I want to go to Halloweentown, you know, you want to be, it's like Hogwarts, like you want to be in this mystical land that is completely foreign to you but sounds like so much fun, and having a little adventure on top of that. This is a good movie. There's a reason why they made so many sequels of this until they eventually got rid of Marnie, but that's a different problem. But no, Halloweentown is a really fun Halloween movie, and I don't watch it every year, but I watch it when it's on. I watch it whenever it's around. At number 7, I think the most recent one on this list is Goosebumps. This movie came out in like 2016 or something, and it's Jack Black, and it's, I don't know, it's just a fun little movie. It should be bad. I don't know if that makes sense, but there are some movies that, like, this should be a bad movie. This should be a little cash grab, all this, but it's not. This is about, like, R.L. Stine and all his stories, and I don't know, Goosebumps is essentially the, like, kid-friendly version of Stephen King books, and I like Goosebumps so much more than that stuff. I don't know. It's a fun little story, has like a lot of the classic characters in it. Jack Black, this is before there was some Jack Black fatigue, people getting sick of seeing him, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't know, I never had that, but some people did. But you know, it's a fun little Halloween movie to watch, and it's worth the watch. It's a fun one. At number 6, I have The Haunted Mansion. This is definitely one from my childhood. I remember watching this movie and just think like, oh, it's Eddie Murphy. Okay, that's fun. The spiders thing, the like underground tomb. I remember so much about this movie. Oh, the crystal ball where the lady's coming out of. I don't know. Oh, it was so fun. I wish the new one would have been more fun. I wish they would have like tried to just do a very similar story and just updated it, like with new graphics and all that. It would have been fine. But no, they went a different route and it wasn't as good. But the Haunted Mansion's fun. I can't remember if this is based off the ride or the ride's based off it. I think it's based off the ride. And I've been on the ride, and they did a really good job making this movie feel like you're in a spooky place. And the story's really good. Like, the guy wants to, like, have his wife back. And I don't know. You should watch The Haunted Mansion if you haven't in a couple years, because it holds up. It's so fun. At number 5, I have The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is definitely one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, and it just has like so many layers of different things, like him getting Santa Claus and then him becoming Santa Claus, and I don't know, it's just really fun. It's a really fun Halloween movie. It really matches the vibe of Halloween really well, and what's great about it is that way for Christmas too. A lot of Christmas movies don't make me feel more nostalgic about Christmas like this one does, which is really weird because it's so dark, at least for kids. But I really enjoyed Nightmare Before Christmas. I thought Tim Burton did a fantastic job on this. The animation's really beautiful. I like the idea of the different worlds, like, oh, there's Easter World and all that. I don't know if that's what they call them, but like Christmas Land, Halloweentown, obviously. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really, really fun, and I watch it every year, if not twice a year, for Christmas and Halloween. At number 4, I have Coraline. I think this is one of the best stories out of all of these. The one thing that kind of holds it back is it's got the spooky vibes, but at times doesn't have the real like Halloween vibes. But it's still so good that it made the top 4. It's still so good that it is above 11 other movies on this list. It's such a fun story seeing her with her other mother and how she's kind of tricked into going into the other place, and I don't know how different her world was from theirs and how it seemed like the other world was so much better, but it wasn't. It was a trap, and at times it's kind of scary. It's like kid friendly, but like seeing them for the first time with the buttons as their eyes or the true form of the other mother is genuinely pretty scary. And I don't know, I thought it was really, really fun. I try to watch Coraline a couple times a year. I think it's a good vibe. And the good thing about it not being as Halloween-y as some of the others, you could watch it at any point in the year. And I don't know, that's always cool. At number 3, I have It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, or whatever the weird title is. It's so good. This is very much a childhood movie for me. The Charlie Brown movies are really good. I like this one probably second most to the Christmas Charlie Brown. I thought that one was really good. But I don't know, it's just such a sweet and innocent story of like, what's everyone doing on Halloween and just waiting for the Great Pumpkin. It's just such a silly idea, but it's so fun. And these movies, there's a reason why these movies have been like popular for the past 50 or so years. I don't know how long they've been out, but they're very wholesome and they always have a really good message to them. And I don't know, I don't often seek it out, oddly enough, but it is definitely one of the best kids' Halloween movies out there. If I had kids today, this would be one we'd be watching. This is such a good movie for kids, and it's obviously very Halloween-y, and I don't know, super good. At number 2, I have an odd one that you may not have watched. This is called Spooky Godmother. This is the most unhinged, wild Halloween movies out there. It is just so weird to keep it 100. Like, it's a movie that was Canadian from like 2002, and now you could watch it on YouTube for free, which is cool. That one and its sequel, Jimmy's Revenge. But it's so weird. The animation's so kind of creepy. The story's so weird, but it's wholesome. It's like this little girl meets her scary godmother instead of fairy godmother, and they just have a big Halloween party, and she keeps meeting all these monsters, and she's scared. But Spooky Godmother's like, no, it's chill. They aren't here to eat you, even though the vampires kind of want to. But it's such a weird movie that I have watched it I don't know, 30 times between that and its sequel. It's so good, and the fact that it's free on YouTube is super cool. If anyone has seen it before, please talk to me about it, because not many people I feel like have, or at least have in the last 10 years, and it's so good and weird and fun. You should definitely, after my last, I don't know, probably 2 minutes of this video, check it out. Go look up Spooky Godmother, and you'll find the full movie there. And at number 1, I have Monster House. This is probably my most watched movie on this list. It's so funny. It's so Halloween-y, but it's also so silly that it could be watched kind of at any time. I watch it randomly throughout the year. But the animation is great. The story is silly, but fun for sure. It's so funny. This movie has so many, like the "It's a Girl House" is one of the funniest scenes, and it's a quote I use a lot whenever someone's talking about, I don't know, anything. It really, oddly enough, stood the test of time, because it came out probably 20 years ago now. It's probably 2005, 2004, if I were to guess. But it's so dang good. If you haven't watched Monster House, what are you doing? Because this movie's fantastic. Like, them just exploring the inside of the house and the story of how the house became a monster house, and Nevercracker's like whole life just keeping people away. He looks like he's the mean guy, but he's just trying to save kids from getting on the lawn because his house will eat people, and that's crazy. If you haven't seen this movie recently, this is definitely one you should watch. When I say like kids should watch this too, give them at least like 10, 12 years old before they watch this, because some of it is a little scary, some of it's a little wild, but it is a great movie and my favorite like kids Halloween movies that I could think of. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. What is your favorite like childhood similar category Halloween movie? Did I even have it on the list? Let me know in the comments. That's, I don't know, interesting. Give me more stuff to try and watch. I hope you enjoyed, as I said, but like, I don't know, subscribe for more. I make a lot of these videos. I make them every week. And no, today's not Halloween. Happy November 1st. Bye.